10 surprising facts about immigration in the UK you've never heard. When people think of immigration in the UK, it's often through headlines or political soundbites. But the real story goes far deeper. Immigration has shaped Britain's economy, culture, and identity for centuries. From ancient migrations to today's NHS heroes, the impact is undeniable. With UK immigrant statistics revealing a rich and diverse population, it's time to uncover what most people miss. In this video, we explore 10 surprising facts about immigration in the UK and what they reveal about the heart of modern, multicultural Britain. 10. Most immigrants who arrive in the UK stay. It's easy to imagine immigrants as people just passing through, but the reality is different. Most immigrants who move to the UK stay long-term. According to Home Office data, many settle for over a decade, and a significant number eventually become British citizens. Others raise families, buy homes, and contribute to their communities just like anyone else. Far from being transient, many immigrants make Britain their forever home, blending old traditions with new lives. Immigration isn't a revolving door, it's a doorway to long-term community building. 9. Some of the UK's most iconic institutions were founded by immigrants. Think immigrants are just workers? Think again. Many of Britain's most iconic brands and innovations were built by immigrants or their descendants. Michael Marks, co-founder of Marks & Spencer, was a Polish-Jewish immigrant. Joseph Bazalgette, of French descent, was behind London's revolutionary Victorian sewer system. Even the minicar was designed by Alec Isigonis, who was born in the Ottoman Empire. From engineering and retail to music, fashion and science, immigrants have had an outsized impact on British creativity and infrastructure, often in ways we don't even realise. 8. The majority of immigrants are working-age adults. Here's a rarely discussed demographic fact. Immigrants in the UK are mostly working-age adults. More than 3/4 of immigrants are between the ages of 18 and 64. That's a significantly higher proportion than the UK-born population, which has a growing number of elderly citizens. This matters because it means immigrants help support the ageing population, contribute to the workforce, and reduce the strain on pensions and healthcare. In an economy facing labour shortages, falling birth rates, and rising care demands, UK immigrant statistics show they're part of the solution, not the problem. 7. Many British people are the children or grandchildren of immigrants. When we think about immigration, we often imagine newly arrived families. But many of today's Brits are descendants of immigrants who arrived decades ago. The Windrush generation, South Asian migrants from the 60s and 70s, and EU workers from the 2000s have all built lives in the UK. Their children are now doctors, politicians, athletes, artists, and business leaders. From London's Mayor Sadiq Khan to Olympic icon Mo Farah, countless household names are part of second and third generation immigrant communities that have become fully British, while enriching what Britishness even means. Immigration in the UK isn't a wave, it's a foundation. 6. British food is built on immigration. Think about Britain's favourite dishes. Chicken tikka masala, created by Bangladeshi chefs in the UK. Pizza, Italian immigrants. Chinese takeaway? That one's obvious. Even fish and chips has Jewish origins in the UK. Immigrants have redefined what British food looks like. It's why you'll find Lebanese falafel next to Cornish pasties on the high street. In fact, over 80% of takeaway and restaurant staff in some major UK cities are foreign-born. The result? A culinary scene shaped by immigration, where the lines between foreign and British have blurred deliciously. 5. Immigrants are more likely to be entrepreneurs. Here's a fact that rarely gets mentioned. Immigrants are more likely to start businesses than UK-born citizens. According to a report by the Centre for Entrepreneurs, nearly 17% of UK company founders are foreign-born. In London, That figure jumps to nearly 50% in the tech and hospitality sectors. These businesses range from small family-run shops to major corporations. Think of Sir Anwar Pervez, who founded Bestway, one of the largest wholesalers in Britain. Or James Khan, a Pakistani-born entrepreneur who became a star of Dragon's Den. Immigrants don't just find work, they create it. They contribute innovation, tax revenue, and jobs across the board. 4. Immigrants contribute more in taxes than they take out. It's a claim often debated in politics. Do immigrants take more from the UK than they give? The answer, backed by solid research, is no. A landmark study from University College London, UCL, found that European immigrants contributed £20 billion more in taxes than they received in public services between 2000 and 2011. Other studies have shown similar results for skilled non-EU migrants. The reason is simple. Most immigrants are of working age, less likely to claim benefits, and more likely to be employed. Many arrive specifically to work or study. So while the narrative often focuses on cost, the economic impact of immigration in Britain is largely positive. 3. Immigrants are keeping the NHS alive. One of the most tangible impacts of immigration can be seen in the National Health Service, NHS. Immigrants are deeply embedded across all levels of the NHS, from consultants and nurses to care home workers and cleaners. As of 2023, over 16.5% of NHS staff in England are non-British nationals. In London, the number is even higher, with over 40% of NHS doctors and nurses being foreign-born. Countries like India, the Philippines, Nigeria, and EU states continue to be major contributors to the UK's health workforce. The truth is simple: without immigrants, the NHS wouldn't function. During the pandemic, thousands of foreign-born healthcare workers were on the front lines, often risking their lives for the public's safety. If you're looking for proof of the contributions of immigrants in the UK, start at your nearest hospital. 2. 1 in 7 people in the UK was born abroad. According to the Office for National Statistics, ONS, around 14.5% of the UK's population is foreign-born. That's more than 10 million people, or 1 in every 7 residents. This includes people born in India, Poland, Pakistan, Romania, Nigeria, and beyond. And that's not even counting second-generation immigrants, those born in the UK to immigrant parents. This growing multicultural Britain is especially evident in cities like London, where over 36% of the population is non-UK born. But the trend isn't limited to London. Towns like Luton, Leicester, and Slough are now among the most ethnically diverse in the UK. These numbers highlight how immigration in the UK isn't just an urban story, it's a national one. 1. Immigration to Britain started thousands of years ago. Most people think immigration in Britain started with the Windrush generation or post-World War II labour shortages. In reality, migration to the British Isles has been happening for millennia. Long before modern borders, people from present-day France, Scandinavia, the Middle East, and North Africa were settling in Britain. During Roman Britain, archaeological digs have uncovered graves of African and Middle Eastern soldiers in York and London, showing that even 2,000 years ago, the UK had a diverse foreign-born population. The Vikings, Normans, and Huguenots also brought waves of new people, ideas, and skills. Even tea, a British icon, was introduced through foreign trade. So when we talk about UK immigrant history, we're talking about a story as old as Britain itself. Immigration has always shaped the UK, from ancient settlers to modern-day NHS workers. These facts remind us that Britain's strength lies in its diversity, resilience, and openness. Understanding the real story behind immigration helps build unity, not division. Because the truth is, Britain was built by many and belongs to all. Thank you for watching this video. please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell.